Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good day to my beloved supervisor AP Dr. Salmiza Saleh. Today I will be presenting my research proposal entitled The Effect of Online Inquiry-Based Learning on Students' Conceptual Understanding and Diffusion and Osmosis and Learning Motivation Towards Biology among Form 4 students. Three mandatory areas in KSSM Biology Form 4 curriculum are knowledge, skills and values. In terms of knowledge, conceptual understanding is completely linked to the biology concepts, since conceptual understanding is one of the fundamental competencies in studying biology. Understanding the principle of diffusion and osmosis in particular is critical in learning a broad variety of biological functions. Motivation is the most important principle in learning philosophy, since motivation can affect students' interest, encourage students to participate actively in learning, and allow students to become more imaginative, positive, and productive individuals. In corresponding to recent situation of COVID-19, one of the methods to achieve this is through the implementation of the inquiry-based approach as recommended in the biology curriculum specification through online learning. In reality of Malaysian educational system, traditional teaching approach has been the most common mode of teaching and learning used for decades, as the teachers were rushing to complete the syllabus due to the examination-oriented education system. As the teachers used traditional teacher-centered approaches in class, students' primary role is to receive and memorize all of the information communicated by the teachers. From previous finding, it seems that when students lack depth of understanding and tend to acquire incorrect ideas, this will lead to weak mastery of diffusion and osmosis concept. And it has been suggested that the 5E instructional model is one of the best practices in science teaching and can be used to design a science lesson. Moreover, previous research has demonstrated that the 5E model is effective in facilitating students' conceptual understanding. It is generally agreed that the level of students' conceptual understanding in diffusion and osmosis were at insufficient level. Apparently, it is evident from the data that secondary school students in Malaysia had modest motivation in learning science subjects. Science environments and various types of online resources such as simulation, animation, virtual reality, discussion forums, and video conferencing are some of the tools that teachers can use to design their online inquiry-based learning. Previous research shows that online science environments improve learning outcomes such as attitudes, motivation, conceptual understanding, conceptual change, and cognitive skills in general. Based on the discussed problems, the research objectives for this study are to determine the effects of online inquiry-based learning on students' conceptual understanding, on diffusion and osmosis after students were exposed to the intervention, and to determine the effect of online inquiry-based learning on students' learning motivation towards biology after students were exposed to the intervention. In line with the mentioned objectives, this study will answer the research questions corresponding to the research objectives respectively. True conceptual understanding is the student's ability to effectively combine various aspects of a concept to form a meaningful and interpretable holistic representation of the concept. The formation of conceptual understanding requires conceptual changes in a person. A two-tier diagnostic test was created to investigate the alternative concepts of two groups of college students in diffusion and osmosis concepts. The results demonstrated that these instruments provide a viable approach for evaluating students' understanding and identifying alternative conceptions of diffusion and osmosis concept that teachers can use to improve instruction. Motivation can be referring to a collection of inner strengths that can urge the action of individuals for a particular reason. In a specific learning environment, two characteristics of students, cognitive and motivational, interact with each other to support conceptual change. The variety of teaching methods and teachers' role can affect students' motivation to learn. The evolution of online learning through various adaptations include the introduction of more collaborative and active learning activities such as discussions and feedback from students and teachers, which are similar to face-to-face learning activities. Online learning allows for adequate teaching differentiation for a wide range of students and can be accomplished not only through long text or lectures, but also by combining audio with visuals via podcasts, the use of graphics and visuals, and live learning to meet a wide range of learning needs. Previous study shows that students who are taught using inquiry-based learning methods develop important skills and gain a deeper understanding of the concepts being studied. The conceptual framework that will be used in this study was based on the constructivist theory. The study will be conducted under the assumption that when compared to traditional teaching methods that involve students' collaboration and active participation in online inquiry-based activities are more likely to lead to conceptual understanding strengthening and increased student motivation. This study will employ quasi-experimental non-equivalent groups design. The classes will be divided into an experimental and a control group of mixed ability students. Only experimental group will be involved in the performance assessment for 6 weeks. The sample for this study consists of 60 Form 4 Science Streams Mixed Ability students. Sampling technique that will be used in this study is probability sampling methods, which is simple random sampling. There are two different instruments that will be used in this study, which are a pre and post test consisting of 40 multiple choice questions to determine students' conceptual understanding in the topic, and a pre and post test questionnaire of students' learning motivation towards biology. The data will be analyzed using SPSS version 25, and the alpha for testing the null hypothesis is set at 0.05 level of significance. That's all from me. Thank you.